What's your name?
Jeff.
UZO. Touch me, brother. Alright, nice one. So you said you're from Jamaica?
Well, Jamaica, Africa, wherever we're from, that's where I'm from.
Okay. So what we're out here to do is show the knowledge that we've researched and show our people, alright? So the name Jamaica is actually, the name is called the land of wood and water. How can that be your nationality? Are you wood and water?
Sorry, big man.
Nah. And Africa, so you said Africa, let's go with that. Africa was named after a white man named Leo Scipius Africanus. Okay? Leo Scipius Africanus was a white man who dominated Africa and he defeated Hannibal in the Second Punic Wars.
Yeah.
And he named the landmass Africa after himself. So if you're calling yourself an African, you're calling yourself a white man. You can't do that. You're an Israelite, brother. That's who you are. You understand? And we can prove that to you. So do you know you're an Israelite according to the Bible?
Nah.
Okay, that's a very important. Go to Isaiah 1 and 3. Sister, I'm going to deal with you. Hold on. Calm down, my sister. Calm down. Get Isaiah 1 and 3. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. We're going to get this. Trust me. We got the answers.
That was written by a white man.
We got the answers. Brother, we got the answers. Chill out. We got the answers. Just bear with me. Yeah, be patient. So get Isaiah 1 and 3. Because this ain't a white man's book. All the prophets in the Bible were black men. The Most High was a black man. Jesus Christ was a black man. All the prophets were black men, just like you.
That was written by a white man. I know that.
We're going to prove you otherwise. Okay, then you're going to read it. Read. The book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 3. Yo, sister, sis. Hey, listen, sis. Hey, sis. Come out of the man's face, man. Sis. Alright, read the thing, man. She's gone, man.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 3.
Hey, brother, just focus, because that's a distraction right now. She ain't listening to no one. She's on her own agenda. So just focus on what we're doing. Yeah, read.
The ox knoweth his owner.
The ox is a dumb animal. He knows who his owner is. Read.
And the ass, his master's crib.
And an ass is a donkey. He can find his way back home no matter where he is. And he's also a dumb animal. Come on.
But Israel.
But who?
But Israel.
But who?
But Israel.
But Israel, read.
Doth not know.
Israel does not know. Psalms 83. I'm going to show you something, because it's a very important thing that the white man and all the colonizers, the Europeans are trying to do, is make us forget who we are. They're trying to make us think that this book, they have, you know, when you said that is a white man's book, the white man was like, yes, wait, I'm coming. He's like, yes, he is not, he does not know who he is. Yes, he has changed his nationality to an African. Yes, I've got him. He's changed his nationality to a Jamaican. But if you know you're the children of Israel, you are God's chosen people. Alright? And I know it's rattling your brain, so I want to deal with this whole this is a white man's book. I'm going to just destroy it.
No, hear what I'm saying, right?
And by the way, King James, wait, let me.
But he's not the
wait a minute, brother. I'm going to deal with it. I'm going to deal with it. Now, was King James a black man or a white man?
From what I know, a white man.
From what you know, when you did the research in the history, King James was a black man. He was a king of Scotland and a king of England. He was a black man, but guess what? The colonizer wants you to think that he's a white man because you won't know who you are and you won't acknowledge your history. And by the way, King James didn't write the Bible, he authorized a translation into the English.
But even before that, the white guys in Jerusalem rewrote it.
The white guys in Jerusalem are imposters. They got nothing to do with the Bible. They rewrote versions which are fake, but the real King James original Bible that was written by black men and translated by King James, who was a black man. That's the fact. And I'm going to show you that if it was a white man's book, yeah, he would take all the references out of us being black in there. And guess what? In those other versions, like the NIV, like the other world translations, they take it out. That's why we read the King James. But read this.
Psalms chapter 83 and verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
If thine enemies make a tumult. The same enemies that had you in slavery. The same enemies. Wait, I'm coming. Just hold your peace. You're very strong in spirit. You got good zeal, but I want you to listen. Okay, that's a lot of things with our people. We don't like to listen. We want to give our point. I'll speak and I'll let you speak. Can we do that? Can we do that, bro?
Yeah, you can.
Right, you agree to that?
Once you says the colonizer, I know that.
I'm going to explain.
So I have to put my foot down.
I know. I'm going to explain everything. Bro, I need you to be patient. I'm trying to get all your questions, alright? So, read verse 2 again.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
Tumult is an angry gathering. A tumult is a place where people meet up to do and conspire to do evil things against another people, which our colonizers did. So the Bible's talking about them being the enemy. Read.
And they that hate thee have lifted up their head.
They that hated us lifted up their head. How did they lift up their head? By putting us in slavery, killing us, robbing us, colonizing our land, telling us that we're Jamaican, telling us that we're African, but we're not, we're the Israelites. Read.
They that have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
I've done what?
Taken crafty counsel against thy people.
Telling you that King James is a white man. Telling you that this is a white man's book. Telling you that we're called Jamaican. That's crafty counsel. Read. Go on, go on. I want to hear you. I want to listen to you. Go on.
I'm not biased, right? So what I know, the first, slavery, right, only came about when the Berber tribes crossed over into Spain. They conquered Spain. So for example, Gibraltar, his name was the black man, his name was Gibraltar.
Guess what? We used to rule Spain.
Yeah, I know.
So you're recording correct history.
Yes.
We were in Spain. You were in the Spanish Inquisition.
Yes, but we was the first to enslave the Europeans.
Okay, you're getting a twist between. Wait, can I ask you a question? Do you know the difference between a Hamite and an Israelite?
No.
Alright, so that's where you're getting confused.
No, but wait.
That's where you're getting confused. Get your word.
If you go to Europe, right, they call Slavic people, they speak Slavic language.
Okay, brother.
Went over,
We're going a lot of different places.
No, because they spoke Slavic and they're the Slavic people.
Alright,
this is where the term slave came from, because we called them slaves.
Brother, I'm trying to give you very simple facts here. I'm trying to explain to you that you telling yourself that you're a Jamaican and an African. I asked you that. I'm trying to show you that that's what the colonizer and the oppressor wants you to do.
I believe that.
Okay, so
right.
I haven't finished the point because there's more in there. Wait, just read it.
Keep reading
Psalms chapter 83 verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
And he said, cut off the Israelites from being a nation. Let them call themselves all manner of different names. Read.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
The name of Israel would no more be in remembrance. Because now, 2022, we have no idea who we are. We're calling ourselves Jamaican, we're calling ourselves African, and these are all false names. So this is a prophecy in a scripture that is true. There's so many prophecies in the Bible. Listen, there's so many prophecies in the Bible that I can prove to you right now that makes this Bible a 100% factual book that was written by black men, holy black men. My brother. So what you were saying about the slave, I want to get stuck on the slave because you said that we sold ourselves, right?
No.
What are you saying?
I'm saying we was the first one as Berbers, New Africans, to cross over into Spain. We enslaved Europeans for 400 years. We had them in the tin mines. There was people who were work and everything for us. Which in return in 1492, Isabella and Chris and them guys, they decided to do it back to us because we already had them in.
So you're referencing some history, but I want to ask you a question. What is the reason why we, being, do you agree that we're the strongest people?
I mean, nature explains.
Do you agree that we're the smartest people?
Nature explains.
Right. So why did we go into slavery?
Because of what we done. We enslaved the Christians and we killed the Visigoth kings and all of that. Then Isabella and Ferdinand, when they got to power, they said, "Guys, we're going to get them back." So then they came back for us.
So I see you've been reading a lot of books.
Yeah.
All right, but not all the books are accurate. Do you understand? So I'm going to show you exactly why and exactly what the Bible says about why we went into slavery. And it's going to give you very specific. I want you to look at the signs as well. So get me Deuteronomy 101. We're going to go through it. I'm going to prove to you without a shadow of a doubt that this Bible is a true book and that you are an Israelite. Because that's the first step. That's a very important thing to know because we read in Psalms 83 that they wanted us to forget who we were. And that's the first step of them taking control of us mentally. You get what I'm saying? So let's read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1.
Come on.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
It says, these be the words which Moses spoke unto all Israel. It's the first book, the first verse. He said, I'm speaking to all Israel. So let's see some of the words he was saying to Israel. Get 28 and verse 15.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So Moses said, if you don't listen to the voice of your God, come on.
To observe and to do all his commandments and his statutes.
To do what?
To do all his commandments and his statutes.
So Moses said to the children of Israel, if you don't do the statutes and commandments that the God gave you, come on.
Which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
All these curses shall come up, 46. All these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Curses, is a curse a good or a bad thing, my brother? It's a bad thing. So let's see some of these bad things. But I want to show you what these curses are very important to identify. Read verse 46.
Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
The curses shall be upon us for a sign. Why do we know that store is Superdrug? It's a sign. Why do we know that's Marks and Spencer? So 2022, you're going to know who you are because of the signs of these curses in the Bible. That's how you're going to know who you are. Read.
And for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
No, just in 1500s.
Forever.
It will be upon our seed right up until 2022. We're going to know who we are because of the signs of the curses. So we're going to read some of the signs so you can let your mind connect to why the Bible's saying that. So let's get verse 48.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
When did we serve our enemies? Because we went for a little history in terms of slavery. When did we serve our enemies?
1492 to 18 something.
Right, 1492 to like 1860s. Yeah? So that's historical fact. Alright, come on.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
Remember, the Lord sent them against us because we didn't keep his commandments, and curses will come upon us. Read.
In hunger.
In hunger. If you're hungry and you want to feed your family, do you go to a black-owned supermarket? No! Read.
And in thirst.
And in thirst. When you're thirsty, do you go to a black man's store and get a bottle of Evian? No! Read.
And in nakedness.
When you want clothes, does a black man own Nike? Does a black man own Primark? H&M? No! This is talking about us, the blacks. We are the Israelites, brother. It's a fact. Read, sister, hold on. Read.
And in want of all things.
You want a driving license, who do you go to? You want a passport, who do you go to? You want to leave the country, who do you go to?
England. That's only in England.
Listen, brother, hold on. Just let the Bible speak. Because if we want to do something, you want to set up a business, you got to pay taxes. Who do you pay it to?
Well, I guess it goes back to the...
It goes back to them. You got what I'm saying? So we are under these curses. Read.
And he shall put a yoke of iron.
Give me the sign. Give me the sign. Yo, give me the sign. Give me the sign.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
A yoke of iron upon the black man's neck. We see here loads of slaves with yokes of iron on their neck. This is the Bible talking about historical fact. Yeah? The 1611 King James, the white man had nothing to do with it. Because he wants, just take a step back. Excuse me, can you take a little step back please? That's it, thank you very much. Okay, so we see that the Bible links up with history that you researched. Do you get what I'm saying? So this is how we know we're the children of Israel. But I'm going to give you one more that is very... Sorry, I'm going to address you, just wait 1 minute, okay? One at a time. So I'm going to show you that the history matches up exactly with this.
Yeah, it makes sense. I can see that.
Alright, let's carry on. 68. Let's get straight to the point. Let's speed this up. Alright, let's go.
Verse 68.
Come on.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Now, he said Egypt again with ships, because in the wilderness, while we were in with Moses in the wilderness in Egypt, we were in the condition of slavery. Now, a word, let's get Exodus, go ahead. So the Bible defines what Egypt is. Read.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
It's another word for bondage.
You are naming boy places.
What's that? Slavery. Right. Hey, excuse me, mate. Mate, just calm down. All right, you and mate, just go down the road and shout over there. Thank you very much. So, we were in bondage in Egypt. So when we hear the word Egypt, because guess what? We don't need ships to go from Israel to Egypt. We could walk. That's exactly how we went into slavery. We walked into Egypt. So we're saying Egypt again. Slavery again with what?
With ships.
With ships. Transatlantic slave trade. We see West Coast, we were we fled from the Israel into the interiors of Africa, and we fled away from Roman persecution in 70 AD into the west and interiors of Africa. And then we got shit. Because listen, our congregation, we've been there. We've been to the slave ports. We've actually seen it. So we know this history backs up the Bible. You get what I'm saying? Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Guess what? Our people ain't in Israel now. That's our homeland. That's our homeland. That's where we're supposed to be. But we ain't seen it no more. Read.
And there you shall be sold unto your enemy.
Now we'll be best friends forever.
Unto your enemy.
We'll be sold unto our enemies. So the Bible showing us history and who our enemies are. The ones that took us in slavery. Now I'm not saying that we go and hate anyone, cause violence. We're not about that. We're about coming back to God's commandments and showing our people who they really are. Showing our people that they're not black. Showing our people that they're not just a nigger in society. That you are a God on the earth. That's who you are. And we're not going to accept anything less. You get what I'm saying? Read.
And there you shall be sold unto your enemy.
We got sold unto our enemies. Just lift that one more time, please, officer. You can see there's slavery auction blocks. Nigga, sold to Master Williams. Nigga, sold to Master Smith. That's history. Listen, exact history in the Bible. Matching up correctly, perfectly. You get it now. Do you get it? You're an Israelite according to the Bible. You get it? Brother, you got a flyer. You got a flyer. So give a flyer. So we got information there. We got a YouTube channel. Brother, whatever information you had before, research that. Don't worry, research that. Alright? Okay. So.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is